What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday. I'm back. Just woke up and probably won't be a long video because I have to work on a Saturday. I was up like until 3 o'clock doing something with my video games, which I will be probably going back into, guys. I don't know, for those of you who don't know, I was actually a game streamer before I switched to Epic book reviewing and all that jazz. So I might go back to playing video games and streaming them and whatnot. So we'll see. I'm still thinking about it. But we're not talking about that, guys. We're talking about Avengers Volume 13, Seasons of the Witch. Just like that classic Donovan song, or the new Lana Del Rey song. New. It came out like 5 years ago. What am I talking about? But it's called Season of the Witch. This is seasons, plural, seasons, which is funny because it's not really like a big storyline. I don't know why they chose it as a as the title of this volume, but because it's only a two-parter between Avengers 234 and Doctor Strange 60, where Doctor Strange enlists Scarlet Witch's help and Captain Marvel with keeping Dracula from getting a hold of the Darkhold. A hold of the Darkhold. Get it? Anyway. And so I don't even know why they use that. It should have been the trial of Henry Pym, or I don't know, the trial of Henry Pym there, or something that was, a big part of this volume. So speaking of which, basically in this volume we get the trial of Henry Pym, which is from like issues 227 to 230. We have the introduction of Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, with Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. We get an Avengers Annual 12. And yeah, we even get like a crossover with Fantastic Four 256, an excerpt from 257, which it's funny, it crosses over, but it also parallels Avengers and Fantastic Four. So um, so this is strange. You could argue that 231 of Avengers, after the Henry Pym trial, 231, 2, and 3 could essentially be the same storyline, but I didn't add it. If you guys see in the community section, I didn't. I'm going to put this down with my hand. It's too heavy. This book is heavy. It's 496 pages. It's hurting my arm. You could argue that the starting point could have been 231 or 232. I wrote, and if you look in the communities tab, I wrote 232, 233, and then slash Fantastic Four 256. That, I think, is the storyline involving a nihilist. 231 had Plant Man. Actually, what it was Plant Man, of all characters that they brought back. Plant Man was in 231 and 232. 232 served as a bridge between 231 and 233 from Plant Man to Annihilus. But I thought 232 should have been the ground zero storyline for the Annihilus storyline, and let 231 be its own, and partially 230. Oh gosh. Now that I think about it, 232 is a bridge. It's like a bridge issue, guys. If you read it, it's pretty cool because one storyline doesn't have anything to do with the next. So I'm gonna probably have to edit that again, guys. So, and I hope you guys are enjoying my comic book rundowns. Like I said, my tagline is, I read these epics so you don't have to. But again, I encourage you to read it for yourselves and experience what I'm experiencing. And yeah, by the way, we have natural lighting, in case you guys are wondering why my face looks different, why it looks lit differently. I also got a haircut, so. But yeah, let me just move this right here. Hammer. Yeah, so I'm using natural lighting rather than this crappy lighting in my room here. So yeah, that's a tricky one, guys. 231 and 2 is its own storyline, and then 232, 3, 4, and Fantastic Four 256 is its own storyline. I like that. I like it when that does that. When a issue has two uh, diverse storylines in the same issue. But it's a little confusing for me to have to parse it out for you guys, so you guys don't get confused by the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Um, What else? Wow, I just had a brain fart there. So yeah, so 232, 3, 4, 230, no, 232, 3, and 256 of Fantastic Four, not 234. That three-parter involves Annihilus, who apparently has trapped the Fantastic Four in the negative zone and creating a null field on Earth. And this has dire consequences because the Vision, it's interesting, the Avengers sought Scarlet Witch and Vision, just tilting my camera there, to help them against, to figure out what the fuck is this null field. Turns out Annihilus is behind it. Annihilus is, meanwhile, having his own issues with the Fantastic Four in their book. So it's a crossover, but it's also parallel. By that I mean the Avengers have their own storyline, the Fantastic Four have their own storyline, where it crisscrosses, but then it is still within their books. So we don't get a conclusion in the Fantastic Four portion. Apparently, when you finish it, it says next issue. It continues in thing number 2. But we don't get thing number 2 in this because it's an Avengers book, not a Fantastic Four book. So we're probably going to have to get this. No, we are going to get this in a Fantastic Four epic at some point. Probably, I'm guessing it might be volume 14 or 15 of Fantastic Four. We're what? We're missing 12 through 16, the John Byrne years of the Fantastic Four. So it's probably going to be, volume 14 or 15. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows? But that'll probably include Thing 2 and the resolution there. And probably also Avengers 233, I think, because that's where the Fantastic Four really appeared in. And 257. Oh, so anyway, this story in particular, the Vision got affected by the null field. By the way, guys, these are spoilers, so if you don't like spoilers, tune out right now. But I'm going to keep going. Vision gets affected by the null field to the point where he just shuts down. And this, I believe, I never read it, but I'm pretty sure this is what leads into the Isaac storyline. For those of you who don't know, Vision hooks up with the Isaac supercomputer on Titan and tries to take over the world. That's it. And this storyline goes for, I think, 16 or 17 issues from like 238, which is where the next volume, volume 14, is going to pick up, all the way to like 254 or 5 or 6. I don't know, but I know this has dire consequences for Vision and the Avengers and how they trust him and perceive him and how the government goes after Vision. So this is going to be a long storyline. And that's what we can look forward to in volume 14 with Vision as a result of the null field with Annihilus. Then we move on to, okay, so Monica Rambeau is introduced in, as I said, Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. She joins the group in, well, as a trainer, as a trainee in 227. They give her a shot, and lo and behold, she joins. Then we get Star Fox, Eros of Titan, the Errol Flynn of the superhero sect. He joins, and he's making his moves on all the women, and we all know what happens there with him. So Star Fox joins, Captain Marvel joins, Iron Man leaves because he's hitting the bottle again. My goddamn neighbor. Oh my god, this old man. I hate him. He's making noise. I'm gonna no, I won't finish the sentence. I promise. So Iron Man, Tony Stark is hitting the bottle again, the demon bottle. So now Rhodey is Iron Man, but Captain America is just discovering that. Like, what? So he leaves. Thor leaves because he has his own missions in Chicago as Donald Blake, as Thor on Asgard and other places. We have, so the team now, let me just say this. The team now involves Wasp as the chairwoman, Captain America, She-Hulk, because Savage She-Hulk canceled, and I guess they decided, what the fuck are we going to do with this green bitch? So they put her in the Avengers. Captain Marvel now joins. Scarlet Witch and Vision are reservists, but they appear in this volume. And Star Fox, yeah. So there's like 4 women, 2 men, because they can only have 6 members. And that's pretty much it. Oh, Egghead. Oh, so the trial of Henry Pym, I didn't say this. So 227 to 230 has Henry Pym facing trial for treason. Egghead busts him out of jail and has everybody convinced that Pym is working for Egghead, but he's not, of course. And the Masters of Evil bust him out. There's a weird configuration. It was like the Shocker, Tiger Shark. Who else? I forget. Not Moonstone. Moonstone comes later. But or maybe it was Moonstone. I forget. God, guys, it only took me 2 days to read this, and I've already forgotten the details. But oh, what else? Oh God, I really want to scream at my. He's in the kitchen right now, just throwing shit around and making noise. Sorry, guys. He's like an old man, and I would feel bad to yell at him. So let me just wait for him to go into his room. No, he's not going to. All right, guys, I'm gonna hold it in. Okay, there he goes. Okay. This is live, guys. This is live news. Okay, who cares? Fuck him. So Egghead, and of course Henry Pym. I wish I could edit all that out, but I can't, guys. It is what it is. Pym, in his last bit of heroics, super heroics, he defeats Egghead. He defeats the Masters of Evil single-handedly without the Avengers, and quits. He just quits. He's exonerated because of what the Masters of Evil did. But he's like, I don't like being a superhero. I don't like being Ant-Man, Giant Man, Goliath, Yellow Jacket. None of this shit's working. So I'm just going to go back to being a scientist. So he leaves. Wasp stays behind. Of course, he smacked her. He committed spousal abuse, which not really. He hit her once. Not that it excuses it, but it's like suddenly, oh, Henry Pym, oh, he's a wife beater. He had a stressful moment. So that happened, and we move on to, like I said, Doctor Strange enlists Scarlet Witch to help him keep Dracula from getting the Darkhold, which is why there's the Seasons of the Witch. I thought it was going to be like she's showing signs of being an evil witch. That's what I thought Scarlet Witch was going to be. Like she was going to turn evil. She actually did, because what was it? She-Hulk kept her, so Vision got injured by the Null Field, and Scarlet Witch wants to stay by his side. And She-Hulk's like, no, you need to relax. And she's like, get your hands off me. And Scarlet Witch like sent She-Hulk flying across the wall, like, between rooms. And She-Hulk was like ready to beat her ass. So I thought that was like signs or hints of her becoming evil, becoming a witch, but that wasn't the case. I'm trying to remember, what was 235, 6, and 7? I can't recall. What was hold on. I have the book right here, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Let me just say, we have Roger Stern doing all the writing. Roger Stern, love his stuff in the 80s. Like, he was really on a roll with Amazing Spider-Man, with Avengers. We had Mark Gruenwald. Oh, yeah, Mark Gruenwald did Hawkeye 1 through 4, which, if you read Hawkeye Volume 1, has that entire limited series. It's only a 4-issue limited series, but it just shows him meeting Mockingbird. They go on a mission together. Hawkeye has a broken heart, and they defeat Crossfire, the guy who runs the company that Hawkeye was head of security for. And then they eventually get married, and they elope and get married. Hawkeye loses his hearing. It was the only way that to defeat the guy. It was by sacrificing his hearing. So it's pretty sad. This is gonna kill me, guys, if I don't look into it. Meltdowns. I want to be an Avenger. Oh, that's right, the Spider-Man one. Oh yeah, Spider-Man wants to be an Avenger because he wants the $1,000 a week paycheck, which is very. I understand, but it's very greedy and selfish. Like, don't do it for the money, dude. Do it because you want to be a hero, and he is a hero. Spider-Man. I'm talking about Spider-Man. Oh yeah, okay. So this is the one where Moonstone. Excuse me, Moonstone, Blackout, Rhino, and Electro are in or they break out. Oh my god, guys, I was so good with this whole thing. Hold on, I had it so good. Oh yeah, in 234, Scarlet Witch talks about her whole history, how she hooked up with Magneto, how her and Pietro Quicksilver were orphans, and then they live with gypsies. Hold on. Dracula. I'm just looking at Dracula. I want to show you guys. I think you guys should read the stories. Trust me. This gets my seal of approval of such a great storyline. Okay. Okay, if you guys thought Plant Man was lame, they fight the wizard, the wingless wizard in 235. That was just that storyline. And he actually fights, what was it, Captain America, Scarlet Witch, and was it Captain Marvel? In like his mansion, and enough said, you know. But then 236 and 7 has, yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's also in training to be an Avenger, but he completely fails because he doesn't know the meaning of the word teamwork. See, now I know, guys. Look at this. He's hanging upside down. I love it. And then, of course, he just fucks everything up. They fight the Lava Men in 236, and then Blackout, Moonstone, Rhino, and Electro in 237. Which, again, like with 231, 2, and 3, it's like its own storyline, and then it casually just goes into another storyline altogether. That's pretty much it. And then Hawkeye 1 through 4, as I mentioned. So good stuff, guys. Really love classic 80s Avengers. It feels like there's a lot of characters, like on a daytime soap opera. Just a lot of characters coming in and out, falling in love, falling out of love, breaking hearts, fucking villains, you know, fighting. I like it. I enjoy it. I really enjoyed this era with Roger Stern, Mark Gruenwald. Oh yeah, and we also had Al Milgrom and John Byrne doing pencils, and some other people here and there. Bob Budiansky, and Brett Breeding did the pencils for the Hawkeye limited series. So yeah, buy it, guys. I order you to buy this book. Just came out, I think, last week. And I think the next one that's going to be coming out, but I'm not going to read yet, will be the Thor Volume 10, The Eternal Saga. So I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll bridge 9 through 11, but I'm not up to Thor yet, guys. Probably not for another 6 months, a year. I don't know. I still have to get through Hulk and Iron Man. As far as the big volumes go, the big titles, and then I'll get to Thor eventually, guys. All right. I've spoken too much. I got to get out of here, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, or don't, whatever. But let me know, guys, what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye.